We are live. We are also direct. She leads, she sells with Krystal Ward, who is a manifestation intuitive life guide helping spiritual women and entrepreneurs to step through that next level of growth, finding the hidden patterns, stopping relationships, stopping finances, stopping health and relationships from thriving by getting them to step into their next level of growth and embodiment using pattern recognition, subconscious wiring, nervous system regulation, and habit change to create the long-term change. You might find her on the Conscious Mastery podcast. You might find her hosting the Expansion Lounge. We welcome to She Leads, She Serves, She Serves, She Sells, She Serves. Maybe She Serves could be the new name. But anyway, live and direct with Krystal Ward. Speak to me, sister.
Thank you, Jay. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm really excited to have this conversation with you. Thank you.
Loving that top. It's giving me kimono vibes. I spent 1 year in Japan. It's giving me kimono vibes.
I've never been to Japan, but I've heard wonderful things. I love their art. And yeah, it's probably why I got this shirt.
Amazing. Yeah, you'd look good in the kimono, so maybe that could be the next purchase.
We'll see.
Amazing. Next photo shoot. Kimono, front page. Yeah. Tell me, how important, I'm guessing that mindset, energetics, all of those elements are very important to you. Why is that the most important area rather than strategy, rather than looking at another shiny object? Speak to me about your approach.
Because we can't really either get to those shiny objects or utilize them as much as their potential if our energetics are not first matching the frequency of that shiny object or the frequency of that strategy. We've got to bring ourselves up first in order to have what we want, in order to reach the potential of what we want. You can have an incredible strategy. If I'm a new business owner and I hire a coach who's got a strategy that led them to millions of dollars, but I'm a brand new coach, my energy, yet my confidence, everything about me isn't at that millions of dollar level yet. I've got to work on my energy in order to rise to that.
Well said. I've coined 4 energies that I see when it comes to sales, and we'll lean into sales next. Fearful Fiona energies, like lots of catabolic energy. Look at what happened to me in the past. I can't believe. Victim. Serving Susie energy, undercharging. Then releasing into Joyful Juliet. Hey, look, this is what I meant to do. Problems become exciting challenges, the excitement. At the top level, Limitless Lara. That's how I see sales. Are you bringing limitless energy? Joyful energy? Serving energy or fearful energy?
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm still in the middle of, I spent a lot of my time up until probably this year in the service energy. Now I'm more in the joyful energy, which I've been in business for 7 years. I'm not a multimillionaire yet, so I'm still at these levels, but I can really feel the difference in the energy I sell from now versus the next level down. I mean, you really nailed those. You nailed those levels.
Yeah, and I think it's a case of realizing this is why you have to be aligned with what you're doing, because when I was trying to sell AI agents, I wasn't in joy. I wasn't feeling limitless. It felt like I was trying to serve rather than being in joy. Hence it was off. And so hence why I went, back. I went, okay, this is where I feel in joy, which is the whole power there and things. The book that has had probably the biggest influence in terms of the way I sell, I love this one.
I've heard of that. I haven't read it yet, but I need to get that.
I love this one. The reason why I love this one is if in the sales process, I provide 10x value, I'm always going to win over the person who is providing 1x value, reading the script and maybe just following another protocol. But really giving the identity work, really giving the insights. What book has had the biggest impacts on your sales sales journey, business journey, whatever that might be.
Book. I think it was called The Soul of Money comes to mind. I read it a while ago. Man, I don't remember a lot of the titles. There's one, something about manifestation and millions, and it's all about energy and frequency and a lot about meditation and kind of the science behind what I do. So it resonated a lot. It's basically your energy influences your results.
Who wrote the book? That book comes to
Millionaire Mindset.
what minute by T Harv Eker, that one. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Results business, of course. Like people are looking at what the end result is of what we do. What types of results have you got for your clients that you're working with?
I'll just give you one of the most recent ones because it was
Yeah.
very exciting to me, and she felt so alive in her report back to me. So we were working on the idea of fair exchange and not feeling indebted to others, and also not feeling like others are indebted to you, and not just financially at all, but experience wise. We're always getting something from everything. And if we are out of balance with that perception, then we are going to then debt is kind of written in our field. So we're going to attract and create more debt because, that saying, you attract what you are. So if I feel like I am in debt or indebted, I'm going to attract more debt. So we were talking about that, and she was living with her mom right now, and she's trying to build her business as well, and she's working as a barista. She and her mom and her dad were having a lot of issues. They kind of wished she was farther along in her career because her siblings were. So then she's also in the dating a couple, trying to date a few people, see what sticks. And when we came into fair exchange with the experience she was having with her parents, so this is kind of a two-part story, the fair exchange with that and helping her see that, okay, it's okay that maybe my parents want me to be farther along. I actually helped her see where she felt she should be farther along, because other people are always reflecting to us our inner state and what we're feeling about ourselves. So once she came into balance with herself and that perception, that same day after we got off the call, her mom, who had been not speaking to her for a month, called her and said, "Hey, we're fighting our own battles. We don't need to fight each other. I've left you money on your bed." And they had been asking her, they wanted her to pay more rent and everything, so they're giving her money. So that was one cool part of the story. And the other one is she was had a few dating experiences, and then she started realizing that she was giving her energy to people who she didn't want to keep giving them her energy. And sometimes we're in a situation, in a relationship or dating, and you think, oh, well, I've spent so much time already, or what if I can't find someone else? Then we're self-sacrificing to stay in these situations because we can't think we can do better, or whatever story we're telling ourselves. So she decided to cut it off with all of these people. That same day, again, her mom was like, "Hey, I want to put some money in your bank account," and started sending her money. So she's realizing that how much she focuses on herself and puts herself first, not in a selfish way, and works on, I don't want to say fix because we're not broken, but works on these perceptions she's having of herself, then the external world is reflecting that positivity back to her. And I've just seen random money come to her in the most bizarre ways.
Amazing. I think what I like about you is the calmness. You've got a certain type of calmness.
Could be the energy work I do on myself.
Yeah, and I can tell you've done a lot of healing work. Is that correct?
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Healed cultures heal cultures, right?
Oh yeah. Yep. And even becoming a coach is a healing practice. So
Wow.
I had just given birth about 5 months before that, and I was a big party girl, having a lot of fun before I got pregnant. And then I became a coach, and that's when the healing really started. So the coach I am today versus the coach I was when I started, very different people.
What's the big plan for the rest of the year?
The rest of the year, so that Conscious Mastery podcast you mentioned, I've been growing that. I started that in February, and I've had pretty slow growth. But I'm very interested in the communication and storytelling and teaching. So I feel like podcasts is a very aligned route. So the big focus is networking and podcast building. So I'm actually going to a podcasting conference this weekend in North Carolina called the Empowered Podcasting Conference, and it's their third year hosting it. But I'm really excited not only to learn from the speakers there, but to network and meet a bunch of like-minded people.
100%. 2026, interesting times. What's the biggest challenge for yourself in this age that we are in right now with the trust recession, AI, noise, all of the things, economic conditions, layoffs? We're in this climate, Krystal. So let me know that what's the biggest challenge you are facing right now?
The biggest challenge, the biggest obvious challenge for me, and I'm going to actually tie it into how one of the challenges is actually helping me grow. But the first challenge is obviously AI. I think that could be a challenge for a lot of people. And I know myself, I have a lot of peers or potential clients who they're now taking the, whether it's therapy or coaching that they would hire someone else to do, they're taking that to Chat GPT or whatever AI service they use. And it can be very helpful. I'm not going to lie. I've gone on there myself a couple of times to help me uncover what's going on in my brain. But I think that's helping me better differentiate myself because ChatGPT is, basically a database and algorithm, but I'm developing to have scientifically precise intuition. So the school I'm training at teaches you how to have 100% accuracy. For context, Google hires intuitives with 50% accuracy. So intuition will be my differentiator. So while people might not come to me specifically for life coaching, I will have intuition and energy healing. I don't think AI can do energy healing. The other challenge though would be, I think just with social media and information, it's a double-edged sword. We've got all of the positives of that, but we've also got all of the negatives of that. And I don't need to explain to anybody who might be listening what the negatives are. It's so easy to jump on Instagram or wherever, and for one thing, compare yourself to other people, see all the negativity going on in the world. The news and media, social media, they kind of trick us into thinking that the entire world is burning. And yes, there are definitely aspects of the world that burning in many types of ways. And I think it's great that a lot of stuff that needs to come up and be exposed is being exposed. That's awesome. But at the same time, it can have such an effect on our energy and our frequency, like we've been saying, and kind of put us into these lower states. So me as an energy healer or an intuitive healer, life coach, if I'm constantly letting myself be in those energies and lower my frequency, I'm not going to, if I get on a session with a client, my frequency, my energy, it's going to be lowered. So I'm not going to be at that higher level of
Yes.
frequency, being able to get the drop-ins, the support that they need. So how that challenge is actually helping me grow is that I'm learning in my class. I'm at Guided Light Healing online, learning how to protect my energy, protect my thought fields, protect my emotional shields so that I'm as clear and grounded and centered of a vessel, not only for myself and my child, but for my clients as well. So I can still be in those energies. I can go on social media, I can listen to whatever, but I also know how to discern what information from there I want to use, what is,
Yeah.
not accurate, and then protect my energy.
Beautiful. I think discernment is key. And I think as intuitive guides, we can't just spit out what Chat GPT, but we use our emotional intelligence. I mean, AI is important. I think emotional intelligence and divine intelligence are more important so we can be able to apply it and use AI as a tool to save time and as a great researcher, but it still needs discernment as to what to do, right?
Yeah, I love that. Yep, well said.
How would you like to be remembered when it's all said and done?
Mm. As somebody who helped thousands, maybe millions of people not only like step into their potential, step into their full potential, but kind of be the fuel behind their success, because that success is very hard to achieve. Our potential is very hard to achieve. Those next levels of growth are hard to achieve if we are battling ourselves internally and just feeling not confident, having those old wounds from childhood that we've never healed, those patterns affecting each area of our life. So I want to help people, kind of rise up to what their soul came here to do and help them do that, so that every person I serve can then go and serve their own huge groups of people as well.
Amazing. How can I get in contact with you? Who are you looking to serve?
I'm looking to serve anybody who is feeling stuck in an area of life. I especially love helping people with finances, whether it's entrepreneurs or relationships. But I have a background in health coaching, so I can help you there as well. Men, women, you've got to be open to the idea that we do create our results in life. So open to the idea of inner work and kind of looking at our inner world as a landscape almost. So doing landscaping, right? Where are the weeds? Where do we want to pull out the weeds so that we can plant beautiful flowers and fruitful trees? So anyone who's open to that kind of change, you can you can email me, Krystal at krystalward.com. That's Krystal. I'm on LinkedIn. The website is krystalward.com. If you want to see what kind of services or testimonials or have any questions, feel free to reach out.
Never fear. Things are crystal clear. Krystal Ward in the building. She leads, she sells. And we are out.
Thank you, Jay.